did you always have because your boobs are natural?
Yep.
Yeah. So did you always have big boobs, or did you when you gained weight
Shoot, I have honestly, since I could remember, I've had big boobs.
Okay.
Like, it started probably back in like sixth grade when the boys were mean and being like, "Oh, you stuffed." No, I didn't. So I've had them honestly, even when I was a little skinny twig.
Okay.
But as I did gain weight, though, they did obviously get bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, as you can see, I have recently just lost 40 pounds.
Okay.
So,
but they're still. I mean, they're still.
No, I'm still up there.
They're still there.
They're still not a Victoria's Secret size.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I still can't go Victoria's Secret. So.
Yeah. As long as you're larger than their sizes.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
I'm still at least a good 4 or 5 cups away from them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I wish though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've had them since I can remember. And the funny thing is, I don't know where they came from.
Really?
I'm the only one in my entire family.
Really?
Entire family.
So it's not genetic. It's just kind of a...
My mom always jokes with me and she's like, clearly you're adopted. I'm like, you're so messed up, Mom. Because I look like my mom and my dad, so I know I'm not. But like, she jokes with me and I'm like, well, that's messed up, Mom. And she's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
And then one day, my Japanese grandma goes, it's because you're Japanese. And I was like, what? I was like, no.
Yeah, that doesn't track.
1 + 1 is not 5, Grandma.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it's because you're Japanese. And I was like, you need to explain yourself right now, because what?
Yeah.
Because every one of our family of our Japanese side is very flat. No offense towards them, but they are very flat, both front and back.
Yes.
And my grandma's like, yeah, well, there's actually this gene that skips multiple generations and hits random like generations. And I was like, Grandma, no, you're messing with me. She's like, no, I'm being actually dead serious. So she went back and she showed me, and she grabs old photos. Mm-hmm. She went back 5 generations of pictures back.
Wow.
And my, whatever she is, my great grandma or something like that, had humongous boobs. I'm talking like when you see those really like this, but you're like, those are so fake. No, they were real. And she was super tiny and little petite, and she was only like 5 foot.
Wow.
So my grandma was like, I'm not joking you.
It sounds...
It skipped everyone else. You got lucky. And I was like...
That's not because you've probably seen that model Hitomi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I met her.
Okay. Yeah. And she's obviously very
she's
very
one
small.
of them.
Yeah. Very small reincarnation of your great grandmother.
Right?
But yeah, because I know that she's got a very tiny frame, but that her boobs just are enormous on her frame.
Beyond enormous. Have you ever seen her in person?
I've never seen her in person. I feel
so bad for you.
I feel bad for myself.
I feel bad for anyone who never got to meet her before she retired.
Well, but not quite, because she a little while back she did some stuff with Angela White. So I don't know if you saw that, but at least they posted, because Angela was in Japan, and so they did some. Okay. So there was some stuff there, which if you look on Angela. Like, maybe, because the nice thing about that industry is you can always dip your toe back in if you want to come back.
Definitely.
Like you never quite can close the door the whole way.
Yeah, no, she's so sweet though.
Oh, she seems like it.
Didn't speak a lot of English. She did have a translator.
Okay.
But she's extremely tiny. Like she's so much smaller in person than you see her on like film.
Yeah.
In person, she's like super short, and like her frame was so tiny. Like, this is all I saw from the front.
Yeah, her boobs are so large.
Saw from the front was just big old boobies. And I was like,
have you enjoyed having large boobs for the most part? Or is it something that you've maybe had a mixed relationship with?
I would say definite mixed feelings about them.
Okay.
You have your days where you're like, God, I love you. You're so amazing. And then you have your days where like, could you just pack up and get out, please? Because I don't want nothing to do with you today.
Yeah.
So it like really just depends, because some days you're like, God, you look so good. That top looks so good. It feels so great. But then you have those days where just nothing fits you, nothing looks, and you're just like, it's your fault. It's your fault. Because, like, I can't get the cute bras. I can't have the cute little halter tops because my boobs are too big and heavy.
Sure.
And I like to have some kind of support.
Yeah.
They're heavy. They hurt.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know?
What were the biggest they ever were?
Oh, God. I think I was, let's see. I want to say I think the biggest I ever was like a K.
Okay.
No.
Or?
Yeah, it was a K.
Okay.
I had to like redo that math in my head because the European versus American is very different.
Yeah.
Like in American, I'm like way bigger. I'm like, or smaller, I mean. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, also because they measure in I think centimeters in Europe, so it's like you're like a 90 like something and you're just like whoa, that seems
like okay, wait.
What's the conversion on that as opposed to a 36?
Give me those inches. I need to know.
Yeah. So I imagine trying to get bras from Europe is a very different experience than trying to get bras in the United States.
Shockingly, I tend to only get from Europe. They tend to be more catering to large breast women.
That's interesting.
Apparently because, you know, no hate towards fake boobies. Mm-hmm. But in the US, a lot of girls have fake boobs. So in reality, there's not really a lot of like bras that are catered to real big boobs.
Okay.
Like actual natural boobs because we have weight to our boobs. We have different shapes versus fake boob is very up there and round and pretty much holding itself up.
Yeah.
So like the bras just aren't the same. But European bras are like, because a lot of European women have big boobs.
Oh, yeah.
And natural. So their bras are way more catered to us and they actually fit us better and they're cute and they're not this grandma freaking
like they're
beige bra
they're covering you
that
all
are
the way
like
up to
way
your
up
neck.
here and thick old straps, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, why you gotta do us dirty like that? I don't care if I have big boobs. I want a cute bra.
Yeah.
Like